Hello, today is Monday, November 27th, 2023. My name is Daniel Mullany, and behind the camera today we have Nico Greina. And today we are here to film a video source inspection of a 470S spin rinse dryer. What we'll do is go ahead and get the process started, and then I'll discuss it as we go. So here we have a full boat of 6-inch substrates with a brand new rotor here. Gonna go ahead and load it in and get the process started. So one of the details that we're going to be demoing today is making sure that we're hitting our customers' 2,200 RPM set point. That's the set point that they use for their drying process, and so we've programmed that into our slick device controller here, so that way when we go into dry one, we'll see that that set point is met. Okay. Coming back to the system just to inspect as well the drain and the rinse process. Everything looks great here. It's draining as normal, and we have no leaks or anything like that. Okay. We are now entering our dry one process where we want to reach the 2200 RPM set point. Okay, and we are now there. So perfect, the system looks like it's running great for this demonstration today. What I can talk about for a minute here is a little bit about the design process for your recipes on the spin rinse dryer and some of the options that you have on our touchscreen controller. So first of all, you have a rinse process that is the first step, and what we're going to do is we're going to provide really just a quality rinse over the cassette and substrates to make sure that if there were any sort of trace chemicals brought in from the previous process step, or if there's any contamination in the bowl whatsoever, that all of that's going to get washed out through the drain on every process run. It's a really important step that helps the system keep itself clean as well, which will really improve the longevity for our end users. We do have some users that do not use the rinse. That's not necessarily a problem if you're getting the results that you need out of the spin rinse dryer, but what that will end up doing is requiring then more services for your system. You're going to notice that when you're not using the rinse process, that the bowl is going to get a tinge of usually like a yellow or copper color to it more quickly than it would be if you're using the rinse process, as well as just more wear and tear to all the windows and seals and everything like that. So it's okay if you're not, but just a heads up that will cause more wear and tear to your system. Okay, so right now we are still in the dry one, which is that high RPM step that I mentioned. So after you do the rinse, you're going to purge the remaining DI water out of the manifold to make sure none of it drips on, and you're going to ramp up to a high RPM here. And so what our goal is we want to spin fast for a shorter amount of time in order to sling the majority of the water off the substrate and the cassette and rotor. Also, any of the larger droplets that are on there at this point are being sheeted and turning into smaller water particles in there. And we're doing that in order to make sure that we can then effectively dry them off. Spinning fast is really going to help with that process. And then we're going to ramp down to our lower set point, in this case 600. And now the heating elements of the SRD are going to complete the drying process. So that is the standard proven rinse or dryer process, which is a rinse, purge, high RPM dry one, lower RPM dry two. Now, if you're getting different results from using other recipes, such as say you're running slow first and then fast later, that's still something that you can do. It's not like your SRD is going to fail you if that's the case. But if you're not using a recipe that I've just described right here, I'd recommend taking a look at what you are running and maybe experimenting with a recipe more similar to the way that I've described it. You might find that you'll get better results out of your spin rinse dryer and just a better overall experience with the system. Okay, so we have about 3 minutes here of dry time left. So right here we have a brand new spin rinse dryer upgraded with our slick device technology. We also have then 100% of the parts and services that you're going to need to support a system that we would sell for you. So if you need anything for a tool that you purchase from us, most commonly would be consumables such as windows, seals, your filter, or any of the components that might have failed, such as the pneumatic valves, solenoid valves, the upright positioner, or if you need a service for your system, such as a controller repair, an amp repair, which is the motor controller for the brushless motor, or a rotor rebalance. We can also offer all of those services for you. Really what it comes down to it is we are experts with the spin rinse dryer, and any part or service that you need to keep your system up and running, we offer. We don't just offer the components or services like that either. We also offer a full remanufacturing service too. So if you have a system that you're thinking of in your fab that might be a little bit beat up or maybe has an issue with high particle counts, you can send it to us and we'll do a full remanufacturing of it and return it to you in like new condition, and you'd be surprised that you're going to take a system that's in your fab and looks terrible. It's going to go through our full remanufacturing process and it's going to return to you looking just like this new system right here. And when you send it in, we'll also upgrade it with our touchscreen controller, which is going to give you a ton of benefits over your old spin rinse dryer. Some of the most important of those are a nitrogen purge saver, which is going to prevent you from wasting right now about $2,000 a year in your wasted nitrogen. It's going to have multiple process recipes with controls over the heaters. It will have data logging so you can look back and do historical analysis on the performance of your system. And it has a very intuitive maintenance mode that allows you to easily troubleshoot your system and actuate any of the components that you have to individually. All those features together are really just going to improve your cost of ownership for the spin rinse dryer by reducing your downtime and saving the nitrogen waste that you have right there. Those are immediately going to start reducing your cost of ownership for the system. Okay, so 30 seconds left before we'll be able to wrap up our video today. So although I've spoken a lot about spin rinse dryers today, we also offer a variety of other equipment that you can find on our website at sitekprocess.com. That equipment would be some spray solvent tools, box washers for cassette and box cleaning, mass cleaners, which are high pressure wash systems to remove any sort of resist or particles that could be on the surface, a variety of tabletop metrology, and a whole lot more. So if anything that I just mentioned right there sounds like something you could be interested in, please take a look. Okay, so our system is now complete. The nitrogen's purging and warm here. The cassette is warm to the touch, and all of our wafers are dry and ready for the next step in the manufacturing process. So we just had a successful process run of our 470S, making sure that we demoed our customer's 2200 RPM Setpoint. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to view our inspection for today. Again, my name is Daniel and this is filmed for Sitek Process Solutions. While you're on our YouTube channel, please take a look at some more of the videos that we've posted. You can scroll through there and see a whole bunch of videos, a lot of spin rinse dryers, and a lot of other equipment as well that I mentioned earlier in the video. The best thing that you can do though is just pick up the phone and give us a call at 916-797-9000, and if you want to talk to me directly, dial extension 2201. I appreciate your time and have a great day. Okay, and now here we're filming an extra short showing the RPM of to ramping up to our customer set point, as we have a better view of the camera now. So we're just going to do a quick rinse at the 600 RPM set point. We are now having our purge step, which is blowing the remaining water out of our manifold. And we are now going into dry one, which is going to ramp up to our 2200 RPM. Okay, and that will be the extent of our video short for today. Thank you.